On this episode of the Turnbuckle, Vince McMahon is back in charge at Raw. Matt Riddle makes his return to WWE after Mania, and Brock Lesnar turns on Cody Rhodes in a shocking attack. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to hit your favorite wrestling move into some wrestling news. He's back, man. We are doomed, man, because it's time for the Turnbuckle. Vince McMahon was fully in charge of Raw on Monday. Dave Meltzer confirmed a PW Insider report from Monday night saying that Vince McMahon was in charge of much of Raw on Monday. He was running TV tonight, Meltzer said. He's back. It's what it was. It will be what it was before. And if people think that was bad, it will be bad. And that's just the way it is. Meltzer said that the show has changed when McMahon arrived and also while the show was going on. Levesque will be head of creative and will be doing the busy work and all that stuff. Vince is going to have the final say in everything. The PW Insider report said that Triple H initially was the person in the headset during Raw, but as time went on, McMahon became more of the point person in charge of running the show. PW Insider also said there was a huge negative shift in morale as talent realized that things, quote, were exactly where they were before, prior to Triple H being named Chief Content Officer in July of last year when McMahon initially resigned from the company. In an interview with CNBC on Sunday, McMahon said that he will remain involved in WWE creative at a higher level, but not in the weeds as he had been in the past. That's it. We're done. It's over. Oh, man. That's it. That's the end of it, folks. Every single storyline, every single one that everybody was looking forward to, gone. Every single character development that everybody was looking forward to, done. Every single pay-per-view, done. It's over. It's over. We are all doomed. All of us. The wrestlers, the staff, the bookers, me, you, we're done. He's back. I had to open my big fat mouth, didn't I? I had to open my big stupid pizza face mouth. Oh, if we don't see a report, then how do we know? JD, you're cackling at me right now. You're all laughing at me. I was like, we didn't get a report. It's not confirmed. I just had to say something. Didn't I? Bobby Lashley is gonna be a stuffed animal maker. Elias is gonna be a nudist or something. Mustafa Ali, he's gonna stay exactly the same, except he's never gonna win a match ever again. Matt Riddle's gonna come. Oh yeah, sorry, I spoiled that. Whatever. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. None of it matters. The storylines, the characters, Bad Bunny, they're gonna bring him out in a bunny suit now. We are doomed. We are doomed. Nothing matters anymore. The story... That's it, folks. Oh, only time will tell. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Time will tell. The bell shall toll. We are doomed. Next, we're going to talk about Matt Riddle returning on Raw after Mania. Matt Riddle is back. Riddle returned on Monday's Raw confronting The Miz. Miz had been complaining that he had to face surprise after surprise during WrestleMania weekend, such as Shane McMahon appearing and Snoop Dogg attacking and pinning him, and he was tired of surprises. Miz immediately attacked Riddle, but Riddle made a comeback and laid out Miz to end the segment. Later, it was announced that Riddle will return to action on next week's show against The Miz. Back in December, it was reported that Riddle had been suspended 60 days for violating WWE's wellness policy and had been sent to rehab. At the time, it was reported that if Riddle refused to enter rehab, he would be released from WWE. I've been working a lot on myself lately and I've been saying no and setting boundaries for the first time ever, and certain people aren't happy about it, but I couldn't be healthier or happier. Thank you for all the support, he wrote on social media later in December. Riddle was written out of WWE storylines after Solo Sikoa laid him out on an episode of Raw. At the time, announcers said that Riddle would be out 6 weeks as a result of the attack. Let's calm down. Everyone calm down. Meanwhile, everybody else is like, yeah, I don't see what the problem is. I'm going to calm down. I'm going to tell myself, hey, since you apparently seem to have no issue with this anymore, I'm going to calm myself down. Let's pretend. Let's pretend that everything's fine. And that Triple H isn't slowly going to get the life sucked out of him. Let's pretend pretend that Triple H is still head of creative, because he's not. He's not head of creative anymore. He's not. All that creative power is gone. Calm down. Calm down. We're on a new topic. Okay? Relax. Everything is fine. I look forward to what Riddle is going to do. I do. Riddle is back. I'm happy to see that he's back. Right? He's got pyro now. That's gotta be something, right? Right? Wait, no. Didn't he have pyro before? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. They brought back the AR. Oh, God. No. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Serenity now. Serenity now. So Riddle's back, right? So now is Randy Orton following suit? You know what I mean? Like, are we going to see Randy Orton in the coming weeks, you know, or are we going to see, like, Randy Orton potentially make some sort of a surprise return at, like, a pay-per-view? Maybe The Miz is, like, beating down Riddle or something like that, and then Randy Orton, you know, makes a surprise return. Who knows? Maybe he'll do it on a scooter. Maybe they'll have Randy come out dressed as a goddamn snake. We're not. Calm down. Relax. I look forward to seeing where Riddle is going to end up in the near future, and I, for one, am excited to see how this Miz and Riddle storyline turns out. Finally, Brock Lesnar turns on Cody Rhodes in a shocking attack on WWE Raw after WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar is back to his heel ways, surprisingly dropping Cody Rhodes before what was supposed to be the main event of Monday's Raw. Earlier during Monday's Raw after Mania, Roman Reigns and Rhodes met face-to-face, with the 2023 Royal Rumble winner issuing a challenge to Reigns for a rematch for the undisputed Universal Championship. Rhodes ultimately had to settle for a tag team match, with Lesnar seemingly coming out to be Rhodes' partner. After the ring introductions of Reigns, Sikoa, Lesnar, and Rhodes, Lesnar launched his attack on Rhodes, quickly lifting him for an F5. That was just the beginning of the beating the Beast handed to Rhodes. Lesnar landed several F5s, smashing Rhodes into the ringside barricade, putting him through the announcer's desk, and driving Rhodes down onto the ring steps in the center of the ring with one final F5. The match never officially began, as Reigns and Sikoa quickly departed after Lesnar attacked Rhodes. Lesnar has not wrestled a match on Raw in more than 20 years, and he hasn't wrestled in a tag team match in any situation in over 2 decades. Me personally, right, because Roman has both of the titles, it kind of doubly stings that he lost a match, right? And as soon as Cody was like, oh, rematch, my first thought was like, well, if you lose again, that's it, right? Like, you're done. You know, like, you're going to have to go after the Intercontinental title at that point, because man, I don't know how Cody Rhodes, I don't know how the American Nightmare is going to bounce back from losing twice to Roman Reigns. You know what I mean? You figure, you know, Brock Lesnar lost so many times that he literally could not challenge for the title anymore, you know? So I'm very curious to see where this storyline is going to go, because, you know, it's Brock Lesnar. And, you know, when Brock Lesnar puts his working boots on, you know, he can really come out with a very, you know, interesting matchup. You know, so I'm very curious to see how this storyline is going to... I know I said the same thing about Matt Riddle, but this, to be fairly honest with you, these are like 2 different things. This is night and day. This is Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar we're talking about, right? You got like the 2 like biggest main event guys going head to head, and Brock Lesnar, you know, immediately turned heel again after going into WrestleMania as a babyface. You know what I mean? So, not really a baby. You get the point. So, when it's Omos, you know, when it's Lashley and it's Bronson Reed and it's Roman, it's like, okay, it's going to be pretty hard hitting. But when you got guys who can't really lift a semi-truck like Brock Lesnar, the storyline is actually more interesting. I like a David and Goliath. I don't always like a David and Goliath, because it's kind of, you know, it's cliche, and you kind of know it's going to happen. You know, David is going to start punching Goliath in the legs. Goliath is going to swing and can't hit him because he's too big, you know. So I'm curious to see where the storyline is actually going to end up, and I actually look forward to seeing what the outcome is going to be. What did we talk about? We are doomed. We're doomed. Can I go back to freaking out? Good? Okay. He's back. He's going to start taking every single storyline that made SmackDown and Raw interesting and watchable, and he is going to absolutely rip it apart. He is making changes on the night. He's doing it again. Triple H is head of creative. He is going to want to absolutely tear himself into pieces. He's going to have another heart attack again. I cannot believe this. Imagine all that work that you you spent months putting all these storylines together in these intricate storylines, and you're building all these wrestlers up, and you got the storylines in the future, and McMahon just comes in and absolutely tears it apart on the night, man. Imagine on the night you spend the entire day putting together a Lego city, and your little brother comes in and you smack, break, throw. I imagine watching that happen to you in real time. Imagine you write a story and your brother comes in, la la la, and he puts lighter fluid and in flames. We are doomed. I'm glad to know that Riddle is okay, right? He's doing a lot better than he was before. You know what I mean? We don't have to worry about Riddle being in like a negative headspace. He's going to be more motivated and everything. And I'm very glad to see that Riddle is back. Again, no Randy. I don't necessarily know what that means, right? For the future with Riddle. I don't necessarily know if Riddle is going to get involved. Maybe Randy will come back and there will be no RK Bro yet. You know what I mean? Like maybe they'll be doing like their whole like singles thing for a little bit. And then, you know, eventually they'll link back up. I don't particularly know. We're gonna have to wait and see how that turns out. Lesnar turns on Cody. Now, okay, if you ask me, I don't get the whole point, right, of Lesnar going in as a face and then immediately turning heel and not necessarily having a thought out, you know, like, okay, the first question that everybody is gonna ask is why. And again, if the reasoning doesn't make sense, like in kayfabe, whatever. I mean, look, as long as you have a reason, right? As long as you have a reason, and it's not just, oh, turns out I'm just an asshole. Like, that's not, even in kayfabe, that's not a good reason. I look forward to seeing how this match is going to end up turning out, and I'm very curious to see what Lesnar's motivations are going to be on Raw. Folks, that's going to do it for this episode. Hopefully everybody has a wonderful tonight and a wonderful tomorrow. Remember, we're all doomed, and as always, big hugs. Big hugs all around.